45 years ago, with the idea of a visionary man who imagined the northwestern region turned up the maximum pull of agriculture, livestock, and tourism development, a titanic labor was started, and today is still managed. This visionary man, Limber Quesada, presented in 1970 as a deputy de Asamblea Legislativa a bill to build a new highway to allow the road communication between Zona Norte and Valle Central. Good evening, Mr. Valverde. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, Ms. Rodriguez. Tell me what you want to know.
This interview is from Bauer.com about the Naranjo Florencia highway.
Okay, tell me.
It is true that from 2018 there is no money available for the construction on the road in its central section.
That's not true, really, because there are around $8 million to finish the job until 2018. But right now we are working in a new agreement with the Contraloría General de la República to increase the contract. So it's not true there is no money to finish the job.
About this request increase, the Contraloría reject in the first instant because it feels that didn't guarantee the completion of the job. This could be the extension of the contract that is approved to the construction company, and still there is no guarantee that the job could be concluded. What do you have to say about it?
Of course, there is not guarantee, but now we are working a new request for the Contraloría General de la República. Well, that's the idea. Of course, there is no guarantee. We are working on there. The money, it wasn't enough because we had a lot of problems, geotechnical problems. So that's why the money, it wasn't enough.
Good morning, Ms. Perez. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Ms. Perez is the owner of Ariel Plants in Santa Rosa, and she is a victim of the road to Caldera. Ms. Perez, are you affecting as businesswoman to the slow construction to the Naranjo Florencia highway?
Of course, like the roads that lead to San Jose, the alternative, they have so many problems because of the rainy season. So it makes like my business go weak and doesn't work as well as I want it. So I hope with the new roads it gets better.
Do you consider that with the opening of the new highway in the zone, will be the tourism and the commerce increase?
One time I had this business in Cartago, but I had to close it because of the loss of hours in like all the problems with those roads. And I know so many people that have the same problem. So yeah, it's been effective, but I hope it gets better.
Who do you blame as responsible for the work has not been complete?
I definitely blame the government because they promise so much and don't make any of those promises. And they have like a weak administration of the work and the money, so it doesn't make work like all the roads and nothing in the country. So,
how many governments do you think we need to wait to see the Florencia Naranjo highway finish?
As my mother says, hope is the last thing you lost. So I hope to be alive to see the new roads. My grandfather died 2 years ago, and he worked at the Association of Pro Carretera. He died without seeing like the good roads. So we cannot say when it's going to be like the new roads and all like how we want, but I hope to see it.
Thank you, Ms. Ferris. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
The area where the road is, well, is highly unstable. That's why we lost or we invested a lot of money to fix those problems, geotechnical problems. So that's why as I said before, the money wasn't enough. So we need a new agreement, a new request to the Contraloría to extend or to increase the contract.
When will the identified geotechnical problems be solved?
Well, right now we have identified around 50 to 60 section problems. Right now we are working in around 40 of them. Hopefully we will finish them the next month. Hopefully we will finish all the geotechnical problems in the end of this year. So if the Contraloría agrees with the contract, we will continue next year with the job.
Could it not be that the mob is taking advantage of the geotechnical problems to hide the ineffectiveness and ineptitude of the administration with the construction of this road that has more than 12 years in construction?
Not only geotechnical problems have been generated. Well, the main problem here is when Costa Rica broke up diplomatic relationship with Taiwan. Of course, the Taiwanese company left the country. In that moment began the problems with money, with geotechnical problems, all of them began with that.
Tell me the truth, what is the real progress of the works?
Currently, we are working in the central section. There is between Sifon and La Abundancia. This part covers around almost 30 kilometers of the job. Right now, around 25 are completed. But the other ones, it depends on the resolve the geotechnical problems. When the geotechnical problems will be solved, we will finish them.
Thank you, Mr. Valverde, for answering my doubts about the Naranjo Florencia highway.
Well, it's a pleasure to answer your doubts. So hopefully we will finish this job at the end of the next year maybe. So thank you for inviting me.
¿Qué babosos quieren venir con pantaloneta?